All right, guys, welcome back. Beautiful Saturday, well, Saturday really early morning here in Cairns. I think is how you say it, Cairns. Oh, shut up. It's dark and rainy here. We're actually going to do something we haven't been doing on the world tour. I've been flying them my time, so we can fly in the day. But I did some calculating, and realized that by the time we are getting ready to land in Brisbane, we will be greeting the sun. So I thought that'd be kind of cool. So this is going to be a very early morning sunrise flight that we're going to be doing here out of Cairns and into Brisbane, Australia for the world tour. Flying the 747-400, we are all waiting with bated breath for the release of the PMDG 747-800, which is supposed to be happening today. Last I checked, which was a little bit ago, it was not yet released. I'm going to check again right now just to make sure that I haven't missed it yet, although knowing my luck, it'll probably release like right as I start my stream here, so
that'd be funny.
That would be funny.
It hasn't released yet.
Yeah, the website still says coming soon, so we're still waiting. 747 watch is in effect. It's supposed to release sometime during the day GMT, which right now it's like 5 o'clock in I think, right? 17.
It's 6:36 in London.
Well, no, that's London time. That's not GMT. They observe daylight savings in Britain, so I believe it's 5 o'clock, 5:30 or so, Greenwich Mean. So anyway, so we're still waiting. We'll see what happens.
I'm trying to figure out what to fly because I don't have any cargo aircraft.
Well, you can fly passenger. In fact, there's not really any cargo ramps here or in Brisbane, so we're just going to make one up. I'm at a GA ramp, technically, that I just made available to myself, and that's why it looks like the wing is almost hitting this light over here.
747 sitting next to a Cessna 172.
Heathrow Tower, speed 3583, looking for IFR to Dublin.
What did you say there, Kramer?
That gamer YT. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the rain's really coming down where I'm at.
Oh, gotcha. Raining in Texas, eh?
Able text, voice only.
Okay. So we'll go into the cockpit and let's get this bird fired up. They're loading our cargo. Let's get rolling. So I'm going to turn the IRS switches over to nav. Electronic engine controls are all in normal. We just have the... oh, by the way, I discovered a trick. I was in the impression because when I read the manual on the 747 and because it was always hard getting the side cargo door open, and so I was under the impression it needed 2 power sources. And according to the real 747, it does, but when you had external 1 and external 2 hooked up, it wouldn't open. I discovered if you hooked up external 1 and APU Gen 2, it would, and so I was going, well, that's just dumb. You have to have the APU running plus the external power. I discovered, actually, when watching someone else's stream, it just doesn't want you to have more than one of the sources. So if you just turn off external power 2 to open the side cargo door, it opens. And then you can turn on the second source again. I don't know why that is, but it's weird.
You were watching Chewy's stream, right?
It might have been Chewy's stream. I don't know. He just did it. Whoever it was just did it inadvertently, and I kind of went, wait a minute, what? And so I just tried it today, and sure enough, hey. So anyway, I learned something new. We're gonna turn this fourth one to aux, so we get some pressure on the trim thing. For some reason, when I don't do that, every once in a while this thing gets stuck. So I'm just gonna leave that in aux for the time being. All the other hydraulic stuff is off. The demand pumps are on and waiting, but the engines aren't running, so it doesn't really matter. I've already configured my lights. We're going to turn on... Well, actually, we're going to test the fire switches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and APU. We're good. Arm the emergency exit lights, and these are all in the normal position. We're not going to do anything with engine start switches or fuel pumps yet. They're all off. Window heat is on. Nav lights are on. I don't have any APU air going, so the air conditioning is off. It's raining anyway, so we'll turn that on once we get power on the aircraft, APU power, rather. Let's see here. Trim air is on, and all that stuff is set to normal, so that's good. Let's come down here and check our oxygen.
Should I will fly an A320 or a 737? That's a real question.
Well, in the end of the day, the answer to that question is obviously the 737, because the Airbus is just an Airbus.
Yeah.
Let's see. Clock saying 1738 Zulu, which is correct for us. That is spooling up. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do this right away, which means it's probably going to yell at me about an FMC error that doesn't really exist, but that's okay.
Heath again, Speaker 5580 looking up clearance IFR to Dublin.
Heathrow, eh?
The Lytic shoulder means
Why...
Speedbird 3583.
YBCS, I believe, is where we are at the moment. Let's make sure that looks about right. Yes, it does. Oh.
Boeing 7
Did you hear that?
I did hear that. That was you, Kramer? The thunder in the background? That was awesome.
Yeah.
Man, you guys
It's
got
like
a nice storm going on.
the past 5 minutes.
What GA are you at? 'Cause I don't spawn on you.
Yeah, I'm at GA 9, ramp 9.
9.
And I do have this. I do have payware scenery, so it may be a little different than the default. So
It's so loud.
try it, and then see what happens.
I don't have enough money to spend right now on all that.
I got this scenery back when they were doing Friday Night Ops in Australia between Brisbane and Cairns. So yeah, so I've had it ever since.
Anybody have the weather?
It's
Jesus.
raining, but I can give it to you. Hang on a second. Weather, where are you at? There you are. Conditions. YBCS. In Cairns, it is, let's see, wind at 150 at 9 knots. We got rain, 9,000. I don't know what that is. 9,000-SHRA. That's something to do with rain, but I don't know what the 9,000 is. Maybe that's the altitude it's up to. Scattered at 2,000, broken at 4,000.
Speedbird 3583 is clear Dublin via close to Brian right. London flight tank 220 6000 is block 4441.
Push to talk, please.
He is using push talk. Problem is it's bound to the same thing as his sheet, so we have to hear him do all his transmissions.
It takes 15 seconds to change it.
I know, but he doesn't know how.
Not with me.
Exactly. 20. Temperature is 20, dew point 18, and QNH is 1017. So there you go. There's your.
You guys are all on shoot, it's like that. You guys are all on AIRAC 1810, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I am. I don't know about anybody else, but I am.
I am too.
I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for me. Okay. So, let's see. That is tested. This is. I did it for me, so that's good. I'm going to set that to traffic. We're going to set that to hectopascals because we are in Australia. And so I'll set that one. What did I say? 100 something. So that's not the right one.
340 for the cruise today.
1017. Where are these going right? 1017. That's what I want.
You know, just watching this, I was supposed to have baseball tomorrow. But I don't know.
But yeah, who knows now? Let's see. Let's turn the flight directors on. We need to test the. Actually, this won't do. I don't think the TCAS will test until the spool up is done. So we'll wait for that to happen, and then we'll come back and test the TCAS. Let's go ahead and get the flight plan in. So we are going from YBCS. By the way, NightBot has the current flight plan, so if you need to see it, just type that into the Twitch chat, and it should come up. YBCS to YBBN, Yankee Bravo Bravo November.
It was supposed to be an 8 a.m. game, but
Gotcha.
I'm not sure if I should be happy or sad.
Is it exclamation point flight plan?
No, exclamation point route. 150 at 9. Really?
0737-800.
Guess so. Alright, 150 at 9, that's what I'm looking for. So we need to see what runway are we going to be taking, because there is no air traffic controlees here. We are going to take, oh, we'll take 15, because it wins at 150. That's perfect. So departure will be on runway 15. We are not taking a SID today, it's just direct to CS, which is, I think, actually sitting over the top of Cairns. I think that's the NDB on the field.
Heath kind of Sleeper 35. It's really ready for looking for push start.
I think it's just technically like the Cairns too, but it's not. But, yeah, CS is like right off the field. So okay. So we are gonna take. Let's see, where's our flight plan? I should probably have that available. There you are. Yeah, CS was direct CS, which means we're flying from CS because we're going to be taking off from it essentially. And we're going to join the Yankee 177 to Smoka and then the Smoka 7 arrivals. It's a very simple route today. So routing is going to be. We got to put in CS though. And
The lightning just shook my house.
nice.
Like
IRL. Grasp with 358 stand 152 looking for push start.
Hot, like IRL.
Yeah, in real life. He's got some major thunderstorms over him right now.
Where you live?
Tejas.
Houston.
Oh, shoot.
Smoka, and then the arrival is going to be the Smoka, and actually it's going to make us pick a thing now. So let's go ahead and look at what the weather is supposed to be like when we get to Brisbane, and that is supposed to be, let's see, 200 at 5 knots.
Speedbird to 3583.
Severe clear, 13 over 12, and 1023, no significant weather. So basically fairly calm winds, 200 is the prevailing. Let me look at what runways are available to me. I think it's really just one.
Push start proving face south. Speedbird 3583.
Because there is a second one, but it's like tiny, and I'm not landing a 7.4 on that. Not gonna try to pull a El Gargantuan into Gibraltar with the 7.4 cargo. That's not my style. Let's see. He's a fun guy to watch, though. Yeah, we basically have one runway option because the other one is 5,000 feet, and that's going to be a bit short for us. But it's going to be 19 or 1, and since winds are coming out of 200, we'll go with 19. So we'll plan for that. Let's go down here to the Smoka somewhere. Smoka 7 for 19. That's what I want right there. And okay, the approaches here. For 19, there's a Yankee or a Zulu. I'm not sure which one we want. Let me find out. That's kind of going backwards from where we're going to be coming from, but maybe. That one makes a little more sense. So we're going to do the ILS Yankee. And that's that guy. And transition is sink. Don't sink.
Oh, I missed you, baby. This is some 3 so bad now.
Okay, no airplane porn on the channel, please. Thank
Okay,
you.
that's not. I thought about it more, and I wasn't gonna argue.
Yeah, it's just the way you said it. It's kind of wrong. Anyway, Perfinite. Zero fuel weight today is going to be 553.7. We're under our maximum landing weight with our fuel load, so we don't have to worry about that today. Max landing weight for this is 630. We're at 624 now, and we're going to burn some of that off in flight, so we're good. Reserves are, where are my fuel reserves? 15 and 8. Ow. Let's see, what is that? 23, and then 6 and 13. 23, 24.3. Cost index is 80. And our cruise level today is 370. Put that in there. And we're not going to derate due to conditions. Flaps 10. The runway is not dry, it is wet. Where do I change that at? Would I type in wet? Maybe. No, I do. Okay. Runway is wet, and we have 125 for V1, 140 for VR, and 159 for V2. And our trim is going to be, wait for it, 5.6. All right, so 159 plus 10 in the box is 169. Cairns Airport anymore, so I don't have that data available to me. Why? Nope. YBCS. Pull that back up. Yeah, so we got this little funsy thing here, but we'll deal with that on takeoff. That's not a big deal. Come on. Runway 15 is... Oh, it's 150 even. Well, that's never happens, but okay. 150. Alright, and we're not taking a SID today, so we're just going to ramp this all the way up to 370. We don't have any air traffic control anyway, so there's no issue there. Alright, so that is all set. The thing is all lined up now so we can test the TCAS, so we'll do that.
TCAS test. Pass.
Fantastic. All right. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Pizza Pie Polly, how you doing? Please don't ever say so. Exactly. Yeah, Chris. Good one. Chris, are you not flying with us today? Just watching from afar? Got stuff going on?
Talking us.
Okay. I think the cargo's all loaded. Yes, it is. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and close that door. So I'm just going to turn the one external power off. And we'll go over here to menu and doors. We're going to close the cargo doors. And we're going to close our entry doors. I just need to wait until that shows closed there.
What departure are you guys taking?
It's not a departure. It's just direct from CS Charlie Sierra.
Oh.
All right. Oh.
Keep looking at Speedbird 35 pitch straight ready to taxi.
Okay. So that's good to go there. Payload, that's all done. Ground connections. Okay. So next step, we need to
Kilo right Bravo
fire up
Oscar
the
West
APU
Speedbird 3583.
for pushback. And while that is happening, well, no, I'm gonna wait on how it goes. No sense. Iowa Scotsman, how's it going, man? Welcome back to the stream, sir. Welcome back.
Can you do, like, you know, on the 7.3, like, if you click on the box in your FMC, you can type with your keyboard? Is that available on the 7.4?
I believe it is. I don't ever use it, so I don't know how to do it. Because I like clicking it manually, because it feels like I'm actually using the box instead of my keyboard. So I'm pretty sure it is available. I just don't know how to do it. I think it's usually like tab or something that activates that.
It's just clicking on the bar under activate.
Huh? Oh, you click down there?
Mm-hmm. Right under, like, if you're trying to put your legs in.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay, so that's all you got to do. Yeah.
I just use it once in a while when I'm feeling lazy.
Yeah. Actually, probably should do that when I'm, like, doing something quick in an approach or something and I need it fast, but yeah. Okay. Are we facing? Wait a minute. Oh, we are facing. Okay. Now I know where I am.
Mine's saying to take the runway 19 to smoke a 7A.
That's what I'm doing. Smoke a 7A19. That's for arrival. Okay, so we are ready to start. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to the APU gens, and I'm going to tell the ground power to get lost. And while he is disconnecting, I'm going to call for pushback. Apparently all we have is straight pushback, so that's fine. Okay. Want to start engines 4 per second? No. No, I do not. Okay, here comes John. No longer Juan, as he has got a serious white boy accent now. So,
Oh God.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
As I said. Alright, clean up the engines there. That ready to go. And once that guy is disconnected, then we'll remove the wheel chocks. There, he's departing now, so we can remove those wheel chocks, and he will finish doing his thing.
I wish PMDG were to make an actual like 737 freight.
Speed 3583. It's just a heads up is default flights and scenery. So I'm fully unbelievable.
So basically, Crypto, what you're saying is you're hopeless.
Turn on alpha hold. What's speed 583?
Are they waiting for something else?
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Oh, parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Whoops, we didn't have the parking brake set because we had the wheel chocks. All right, so the that's gonna go. I'm gonna turn on one of these packs because actually I'm gonna turn on that pack because I can have one on, so we have some air while we're doing this, and we are gonna turn on the fuel pumps, and we're gonna start 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are spooling. Rock and roll. And fuel on. Light up. Get starter cut out on 3 and 4. Let those finish running up to their idle, and then we'll start 1 and 2. So we'll move, and then I'm going to do that, and we also should have done that. And we'll go ahead and start 1 and 2.
Set parking brakes.
Brakes set.
Transition altitude's gonna be 15,000, I think, today.
Copy that.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Transition altitude actually is 10,000 feet. At least in Cairns. I haven't looked to see what it is in Brisbane yet, but that reminds me, let's change that for here.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Moose, I don't know if you'll be able to help me, but for some reason now whenever I start up X-Plane, I usually get like in the cockpit, because I don't have a gaming computer in the cockpit on the ground, I get like 9 frames a second. Now I can't even get 1 frame per second.
Really?
I don't know what it is.
All of a sudden?
Yeah.
Well, that's odd.
I don't know if it was something that I did when I was painting or like messing with the files. I doubt it, but
Well, what is it changed depending on what aircraft you're in, or is it always
It's always like that.
Maybe when I use X-Plane, I always knew I drop frames when you install sceneries where you have extra weather on. But I don't see how painting would affect anything because it's outside the sim.
Yeah.
Well, usually I have
Your graphics down all
real-world
the
weather
way?
on, and no, they're not up all the way. Usually I have real world weather on, and when I have clouds, I probably drop 2 frames, but not
That does a
7 or
big
8.
time on my machine.
Trim set. Flaps coming down to 10. We need to switch the fuel to tank to engine because we are under the 120 rule. So do that. And we're already on transponder. We're not on TARA yet because I don't need that until we get to the runway. What just happened? Oh, because the parking brake stopped. No. Do that.
Only see one speed restriction, so I might just go straight up to 350.
Oh, I'm trying to set the auto brakes on the ground. RTO, that's what I'm looking for. Helps if I do the right thing. Okay. All right. WestWind 1990 is taken to the taxiway here. Let me switch over to Unicom 122.8. All right. We're on Unicom frequency now, and
I wanted some of us retrieve have a tree having a little bit of door issue, or I'll solve it in person.
how you doing, Slima? All right. Let's see here. What's our route gonna be? We need to take Charlie 1 to Bravo, Bravo 2, and then we'll have to go and turn around on the other runway. So okay. Funsies. Oh. I guess they disappear after a while. That's interesting. Alright. Goodbye, GSX. That's different.
Wow, I turned my settings up a lot. Like, I think everything's on pretty much like really dense and all that, right? High tessellation factor and all that. I'm getting 50 frames in the cockpit.
Wow.
Lucky.
The 7.3. Yeah, but mine PC's overkill, dude. I spent like $3,000.
So you better be getting that. That's one of the things.
Yeah, and that's why I was getting really mad with Flight Simulator X.
Gotcha.
And honestly, for the PC I have, I should not be hitting 30 frames on the ground. And sometimes I regret buying a 1080 because it's so overkill. Who's going first?
Well, it looks like I am because I'm the only one out here so far, so.
I'm to your 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, if you look at your left window.
Gotcha. Well, I can't see 6 o'clock out of any window because that would be right behind me.
Or, I don't know why it's 6. I meant like 7 or 8. I was singing it the wrong way. It's looking from my side. Do you want us to backtrack first? Because we're 7.3 and you're 7.4?
Oh, I see there. Yeah, go ahead. I'll wait for you.
Alright, unless you want to go, so you don't have to hold up the stream.
No, go ahead. I'm just going to turn toward the runway, but I won't enter the runway.
Okay, you're good. Yeah, I'll make it quick.
Ah! Oh, good grief. Alright, we'll hold here, parking brakes on. Hey. thing is actually engaged in... See, I don't understand why it does that. The thing is above... Something goofy with my throttle quadrant or something. Random reverse thrust. Alright, I got you. Visual. Your 7.3 looks suspiciously like a CRJ.
It's probably because it doesn't have the FedEx.
Yeah. Yep.
Just about to call you. Get your bird 3583.
Oh, good. While we're waiting here, I'm going to make some notes about our flight plan anyway, so that works out nicely.
Clear takeoff, now to right, speed bird 3583.
I think the biggest thing I missed about the 7.3 is has to be the wing flex. I don't know, something about it just makes it feel so much more realistic. Alrighty, we're starting our turn now.
Okay.
This airport's pretty big. I'm surprised you don't have a taxiway that goes out to it, to the end of the runway. It's pretty sad that they have to make 747s backtrack.
Well, I don't know how many 747s actually come through here, so...
Oh.
That's a whole nother,
Theory.
What was that ding just now?
This V-Pilot.
Oh.
Somebody's getting their test.
Oh.
In Dublin.
Well, that's where crypto's going.
I'm so confused. I just said it's raining. All the rain's gone.
Speaking of rain, there's this shirtless kid that's running up and down the street.
Be ready to go here in just a second.
Okay.
Running through our last checklist.
That's odd. I didn't import any scenery files. Rebuilding scenery.
Oh. Well, that's goofy. Back to normal looking legs there.
Oh my lord. The tax just went back up again in Cali.
Alright, Mayo, take it.
Yep, we're good. Just filling up, man. Rolling.
Copy that.
One, two, definitely speak with your battery.
Be a little bit of a late rotation. We're pretty heavy in 7-3.
Got it.
Pretty
got
heavy.
It.
Also, right gear coming up. We'll clear the runway.
Copy that. Alright, I'm taking the runway. And as such, TCAS is going on. Or TARA anyway. As well as our strobes. And turn off lights.
Alrighty, we're gonna just start setting it direct Swift now.
Yeah.
Is PMDG gonna come out with the 7.8?
I don't think so, just because quality wings.
Yeah. Typically they don't step on each other's turf, because that just means competing for the sales. But you never know, but yeah, I kind of doubt it.
Alrighty, we're currently direct Swift, and we're currently not runway heading anymore, so you're all good up there.
That's fine, we're just at the pad turn around at the moment, so.
Roger.
So I hooked up my internet via a cable today, and so far I have not seen a single drop frame, so I think that was absolutely the problem.
Oh, nice. Ethernet.
Yep,
There you go.
amazing what happens when you don't do wireless.
Okay, I will say this. I had the same problem as you. Terrible performance, and then I Etherneted, and I had no problems.
Yeah.
Same thing. Etherneted?
Just drop it.
I don't know, man.
Alright, flaps are 10, auto brake is RTO, and we're ready to go. We're armed with LNAV, VNAV, so here we go. Landing lights on. And starting the clock. Thrust set.
That's set to speed for the 3583 coming through flight level 115 for the level 330.
We're going to ignore the lateral on the flight director for the moment because of the loop-de-loop it's trying to think we need to do because of where our first waypoint is. So.
122 just eliminate. I thought I was gonna cut through you for a little bit. Let's speed for the 583.
Flaps 1.
Climbing through 12,000 and the rain just stopped.
Nice. Flaps up.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a good question, but I always can never figure out what DCT actually stands for or means.
Direct.
Direct, yeah.
Okay.
Just
Because someone else told me that it was an actual waypoint.
Nope.
I was
nope.
like, I tried to.
There is a waypoint DCT. There is one, but direct DCT also stands for direct.
Something
I'm
like
coming a flight. I'm
Well-
coming a flight to England for like less than $1,000
Oh yeah.
round trip. Yeah.
Of course, this X-plane thing had to happen on the weekend when I have all the time to fly.
Of course. That's how it typically happens.
Well,
Murphy's Law.
I found out why Mayo's been kind of quiet recently.
You found out what? Why? What?
What's up? So Mayo kind of came on yesterday. He was like, I get hours or anything. Like, did you sign the flight? It's back in. No. Yeah, I did that.
Oh.
Won't even ask.
it
was terrible.
It was it's like common sense thing.
All
Just
right,
don't understand. It was pretty upsetting.
10,000 feet, we're switching to standard. And accelerating up to our true speed.
The one thing I like about British airspace in all Europe is that all the British jets are not that high off in the airfield themselves, which is just nice.
The hell, it reset my weather today? What?
We're breaking out of the clouds.
Yeah, 20,000. You finally break out for us.
Oh, I broke out at 11.
Yeah, I really need to buy Active Sky.
Yeah, you do.
I just torn it. So. I don't want to spend $60 on Active Sky for P3D. RIP.
Trim, you dumb thing.
Is it a Northwest flight had the lower rudder on 747 really fail?
I think it was a Northwest flight, yeah.
Well, I got a crashy.
Just realized I left the dome light on. Alright, so at some point during the end of this flight we should get the sunrise. Right now it is darkest night. And we are heading towards Swift. We'll be at Swift in about 83 miles.
You're watching the sunrise, I'm watching the sunset.
Yeah, because you're over in England.
England and Ireland, so that's rude. I could be a nice little short flight to do to hop on this train.
Moose, do you have the freeware Australia texture? Or whatever it's called from Orbix?
What do you mean freeware?
They have like a... Let's see what it's called.
There's the Australia base, which I have that, and that's not freeware though.
The Holgermesh Australia, that's freeware, and it doesn't require the base.
Well, I don't know what that is. The I have the land class Australia is what I have, and then I've got Brisbane and Cairns.
Oh, it's it literally just it adds mesh to better define hills and mountains in Australia. So
did not know that was a thing, so I'll have to look into that.
yeah, it looks pretty good actually. Very normal.
We got a nice big moon off our right wing there, starboard side. Climb up into the Australian night. Well, actually, Australian early morning. Sun will be coming up here in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Let's see, flight time today. We're supposed to be in Brisbane at 1956 Zulu. It is currently 1817, so that's an hour and it's almost an hour and a half from now. It's actually a little bit better time than I thought it was going to be, because the thing I was looking at was talking about 2 hours and 20 minutes en route, so we're going to make pretty good time. So we may only see the light of dawn. We may not actually see the sun. We'll see.
Civil twilight.
Civil, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Which, for those of you aviation fanatics, is actually a legitimate time period because it's daylight flying for the flight pods. If you ever want to get a nice good start.
Yes,
It may not be light on the ground itself yet, but if you can get 2,000 feet and there's sunlight, you're golden. Here's a small sucky thing. This is my last live stream for a while.
Because you start your college?
No, because I go on a hiatus for 3 months up to be with family, and then I start college. So I'll be switching over. And while I'm a family, I don't have the same internet I currently have, which is my own, and that's straight to my computer upset the Wi-Fi. So I was switching over to recordings like it was when I first started.
Gotcha. Where's family at?
Charlotte.
Ah.
Oh no.
What's oh no?
Charlotte is sad right now.
What, because of the hurricane?
Yeah.
The only city you just got to turn the radar to it is something big. I'm in a state right now where I have things, you know, it's like everyone loses their mind, like, oh my god!
Lovely light. I forgot something. There we go.
I bet Moose is in there when they get this. Hopefully they shut everything down.
Wow, I'm surprised that only Moose and I are flying today.
Well, I knew, well, Crypto's flying too, but he's just elsewhere. I knew Captain Tim wasn't going to be, because he said that yesterday. He had a football game he's going to be going to, so. And then Chris, I think, is doing his own thing somewhere today, apparently, because otherwise he'd be flying with us.
Okay, Mike, I was going to try to go live stream. Is that going to interfere with you?
No, you do what you need to do. You are welcome to live stream whenever you wish. I just hope it works for you with the frame rate thing. So I don't know if you were listening when I mentioned I'm on Ethernet connection now instead of the wireless, and I haven't had a single drop frame yet. So I think we found the problem.
Yeah, the computer that I'm using is Ethernet, but
okay.
I don't have a way to view it myself.
Gotcha.
I've got one monitor.
Yeah.
I have 3.
Well, fancy for you.
I technically have 2.
Technically?
Technically.
I
use my laptop as my second monitor.
Oh, okay.
For now, until I can get my second one.
Yes, I was Scotsman, and that was my thinking when I moved in here, and I tried the Wi-Fi thing, and it seemed to be pretty good, and so I was like, all right, well, I'll just keep using that until I need to change otherwise, and when the last couple streams it started to get really wonky on me, and sure enough, that seems to have been the culprit, so we are back to the way it should be. Wired
Hard in.
internet. Hard in, exactly. Hard connection.
And with that, if you have unlimited upload-download speed with hardline, because Wi-Fi is limited.
Because what's limited?
Wi-Fi.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it's limited based on the type of connection you have, whether it's an N or an AC or whatever the network is, but it's always more limited than the hardwired is. So the hardwired is only limited by the cable you're using, whether it's a Cat 5 or Cat 6, and then the router you're using. So
yeah, I'm using Cat 6.
Yeah, you're usually I'm using a Cat 5 cable, Cat 5e, and my download speed, I tested it right before I started, it was 181 meg download. It's like, okay.
Download?
Yeah, to download.
Mine's
The up is
450.
wow.
usually.
Holy crap. Who's your internet provider?
Spectrum.
Grief.
But we have an AC router.
Gotcha. That's true. I wonder what it would be because the router that we're using here, I think, is an N. So I wonder what the. Well, that wouldn't matter because those are wireless functions, so it wouldn't affect that. Yeah, you're right, Wisconsin. Lots of things can interfere with wireless. This is why I typically try to steer clear of it for things like this. But it worked, and so I thought, well, why not? And then when it stopped working, I thought, okay, that's enough of that nonsense. All right, guys, this is good, especially for you young people. This is good words for life. Says things. This is what happens when you don't vote. Taco Bell voted best Mexican restaurant of 2018.
Oh my lord! Hate Taco
Wait,
Bell.
really?
Yeah. So according to Harris poll. So that's what happens when you don't vote. So you guys got to get up on it. You know, no matter who you vote for, make sure you're doing your civic duty and voting.
Okay, I guess I don't understand. Time moves so quickly in my simulator. It's almost sunrise already, and it's been since 5:30 a.m.
Are you sure you don't have some kind of time acceleration turned on?
No, it just says time rate 0.00.
What's your when you look at your chronometer? Does it seem to be moving at a odd rate? That's usually pretty directly tied to the sim.
It's moving pretty fast.
Now it's moving pretty fast. Then yeah, something's there. I think in PMDG you can actually change the time acceleration with the chronometer, so you might maybe hit something funny that did that. I don't know.
You can change the acceleration, the time acceleration through your FMCs.
Through your FMC?
Through your FMC.
What would it be?
It's under simulation. And it changes it. It's, you tap the time, but changes the rate one thing. It will do some things.
Simulation. Options. Oh, simulation. Service-based failures. Positive topic percent. Sync cap. Oh, there's multiple items for multiple pages. Show off rest of the position. So it was encrypted. You said it was under what? Simulation and then set P3D local cruise or LLC CRS.
Hold on. Yeah, I think so. Kramer, your internet is hating you right now.
10 minutes to Malta, which means we're going to Hey, Roger, how's it going, man? Good to have you here. Yeah, no worries. You join when you can. Glad to have you. Always a pleasure to have you on board. Oh, I spy Mayo. Sorry. At least I think that's you, about 10 miles in front of me. What are you cruising at, Mayo?
360.
Okay, so yeah, that's probably about. That's Yeah, you look like you're 1,000 under me, so that's about right. I'm at 370.
Alright, someone's calling me. 1 second, guys.
Okay.
No way! I think Matt Davis is on.
Oh, really?
That's
Well, you hear him on VATSIM? Is that what you're saying?
yeah. He's running London Center right now.
Oh,
That's
really?
what I'm thinking. It sounds like that's what I'm kind of thinking.
Well, you could look up in the VATSIM list and see who's
Let me
controlling.
look. Is it one center?
Yep.
His name is Matthew Burton.
Maybe it's an alias.
It's not him.
A lot of those guys sound similar though with their accent, so it's kind of hard to tell. So I show Mayo as flying an Acme regional jet. That's awesome. I love it. It's the second time I've seen that Acme thing. That's hilarious.
You
What?
gotta love that model, Matthew.
I know, right? It's so well done.
Pre-flight your machine before you start Flight Simulator.
Wait, what?
I have the Xbox 360 then instead of the joystick.
Oh, I got you.
The Xbox 360 is not set up for the Par 3D.
Got it. Roger, what is the difference between the 737-800 with the 737 MAX 9? So, first of all, the max setting, instead of using 600, 700, 800, 900, they use 8, 9, 8 and 9. I think it's only 8 and 9. I don't know if there's a 6 and 7.
There's a 10.
Oh, there's a 10 too. So the 8, the MAX 8 is going to be the equivalent of the 737-800 in the MAX version. So the MAX 9 is going to be a different fuselage size, just so you know that, first of all. But the basically the difference, the 737 has a slightly different tail cone in the MAX than it does in the traditional 800s, 900s. It's got different winglets. It's got different avionics suites. So instead of the 737 right now has screens similar to this, the 800. The cockpit looks different, obviously, but it's got the 2 CRT screens. They're giant. They're kind of like the 737. Sorry, 787. It's got the big giant screens that can incorporate multiple things of data in them, the LCD things. So the cockpit's quite a bit different.
Does the new PMDG ever does release the Max, the 777X variants of the 8, and it's the HP3 variants, 8, 9, 10Xs. I think that is just, they use the same as the 7, 8 as well.
Yeah. So that's the new style they're going to. So it's basically an avionics suite change. There's some, like I said, winglet changes and minor fuselage changes. But yeah, and then obviously the onboard entertainment systems are all revamped for newer stuff. And it's got new engines. That's right. I almost forgot.
And Matt Davies is streaming the 7 first.
Yeah, because he's got that advanced copy, I think. He's working off the beta or whatever. I just checked a second ago. I still see it says coming soon on PMDG's website. Yeah.
I hope PMDG reaches a 8, 9, 10 expansion.
For the 7.3?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, this is not the 8, 9, 10. It's the 900 DX. You're thinking the Max 8, 9, 10.
The Max 10 is going to be 73 Max 10 will be so much better than like the 8. And they're saying it might replace the 757.
And I'd like to see the combis.
Yep. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me because they need a successor to the 7.5 because they need one.
Or you see the new 757X system, which should just update everything that they like to do with 7.3.
Is that something that's actually happening, or is that just not you pontificating?
It's a possibility.
Kind of a doubtful one, but considering the 757 line has been shut down for quite a long time now.
Cargo. It's remarkable how you create cargo work kind of thing now.
Wait, what?
The process of converting to cargo.
Oh, I gotcha. I heard it's amazing how your credit card works now. And I was... Huh?
I love when I get wind shear warnings at level 360.
Nice.
It happens.
I only brought 22,000 pounds of fuel for this flight. That's all it should have needed.
Yeah, well, for you. Yeah, mine's 71,000 pounds, what I took.
Jeez. It's like 3.7. That's like... How much is just... Anybody know how much a 737 weighs? Or just say a 737-800 weighs without fuel?
Well, you mean without fuel, without payload?
Yeah.
It's like 91,000 pounds, something like that.
Could a 747 transport a 73?
The fuselage, probably. I mean, just strictly speaking on weight, yes. I mean, I've got, just in cargo alone, I'm hauling 186,000 pounds of cargo. And that's not full load, that's about 70%. So, yes. I could actually, if physical size wasn't an issue, the weight, strictly speaking, I could haul at least 2 737s.
Damn.
Yeah. So basically right now, I've got 186,000 pounds of cargo. I'm basically hauling the weight of 2 of you empty right now.
Incredible.
Yes, it is.
I want to see what the Beluga XL will handle.
That thing's a crack up.
I saw a program on Mega Machines.
Uh-huh.
The Anton 224 carrying 2 A380 wings.
The 380 wings don't weigh that much.
No, they
they're
don't, but there's not many aircraft that fit the whole wing in the aircraft.
Yes, that's correct.
Shan centers. Control speed per 3 flat 83 flight level 3. do as go.
Hey, David Rothmuller. Yeah, we're. I did that because looking at it, I think I might get to see the sunrise or at least dawn as we come into Brisbane. So I thought, why not? Let's try that and see. I thought that would be kind of cool. We're making really good time though, so we may actually beat the sun. We'll see.
Let's just get circle.
Yeah, well.
And besides, freight is the most at night.
I know.
The Blue X only has 2 engines? What the hell?
Yeah.
Thought I would have had 4.
Nope.
It's a modified 8-3, which is Boeing's expansion, which is Airbus's expansion to the 8767.
They use Rolls-Royce, right?
Yep. Well, some American engines use Rolls-Royce as well. British, a lot of Airbuses are primarily Rolls-Royce and then the other European manufacturers. Whereas the US, you have Rolls-Royce, Pratt & Whitney, or GE engines. Flight level 300, speed bird 258.
Start at 11 instead. Well, yeah, if I started at 11, that would have helped probably. I started at 10:30. Now we took off about 11. Pretty close to it anyway.
Cleared for the one Lima arrival in London.
Actually, we took off a little after 11, it looks like, because we actually departed 30 minutes ago, and it's showing it's 11:41 now, so. So, yeah. So.
That's a level 1 positive. Speed by 253.
We're supposed to be landing in 1955 Zulu and the on the primitive FSX or P3D, light showing thing on the weather. Once I got to 2000 hours, that's when it started to get light. So we'll probably start to do that before then, but who knows? We shall see. Right now we're just following the Acme regional jet, so we got a serious moon over here. Kind of cool. It's really lighting up the side of the aircraft, which is also pretty cool.
The funny thing, the call sign Speedbird was not made official until the Concorde.
Oh, really?
Yep. They wanted the call sign to fit their new aircraft, and then so the very first use of Speedbirds was under the Concorde.
Huh.
And it just stuck there.
Well, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Mike, I think the funniest thing I've ever heard on a VATSIM, should say like approach. Yeah, it was approach. This guy was on there and he's like, I think it was at 14,000 feet, and he's like, can we get descent down to flight level 3,000?
He was at what?
14,000. You want to descend 7,000 feet.
Just for the sake of it, or he was on approach?
He was on approach. Did you hear what he's flight level 4,000?
Oh, flight level 4,000. That's funny.
I've heard that too. It's always funny too. There's people.
Now, in all realism, though, if your transition altitude is, 3,000 feet, which would be really weird, but, I've seen them really low, that technically is the correct terminology at that point, because anytime you're above transition altitude, they're flight levels, they're not altitude. So.
So Europe is weird because a lot of their stuff is roughly 2,000 to 3,000 feet above their pattern.
Right.
Would be considered the VFR pattern altitude.
Exactly, and so those are flight levels. So, for instance, in London, 6,000 feet, I believe, is transition altitude. So
their pattern
yeah,
is at 4.
Yeah. So flight level 70 is the correct terminology as opposed to 7,000 feet, because you're on standard pressure altimeter at that point. You're not at 7,000 feet. You're at flight level. Slowly catching up with you, Mayo. I'm about 4.4 miles behind you now. 4.3.
It was me. I just hit the button, pull off all the throttle, just slam the full.
Uh-huh.
Hey, MGE9 gets some good power behind it.
4.2. Mayor, are you descending?
No.
According to this, you are, very slowly. You're at 35,526 right now, and going down.
Dang it, my ship screwed up.
35,500 even. 35,491.
Secret.
35,475.
Pull up. Stall.
Yeah, Mayo, check your autopilot. Something's going wrong there. It looks like.
It's just a stupid weather sync.
Oh, your weather.
I turned it off. It's still doing it. It's like whenever it loads in clouds. It like lags my sim.
Gotcha.
It changes altitude for some reason, and I don't know why.
It doesn't like you. Because you touched the AirPods, now Boeing isn't like you anymore. Don't touch the AirPod, it makes Boeing hate you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unless you apologize to it. Apologize to the Boeing.
Apologize.
I'm sorry, Boeing. I'm never going to Airbus again. Here. Everything in those memes where like has like the guy that looks back at the other girl who's on the one girl's arm. It's like that. It's you, Boeing, the new Bombardier.
So, just another little trivia fact for you guys. Today is the official first day of fall, which means it is the autumnal equinox, which will officially be at 6:54 p.m. Pacific time tonight.
That means 6:54 p.m. Eastern time if you're on the East Coast.
No, that means 9:54 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, it's 8:54 in Central Time, so it'd be 9:54 Eastern.
Yeah, it's 6:54 Pacific. It's not.
That's a very specific time here.
It doesn't mean the equinox happens at that time in every time zone. It means that's the time it happens, and then it's giving me Pacific time because I live in Pacific time. So.
Yeah, Mike, at the bottom of SimLabs, it's only showing 688 KB per second for my live stream.
600? 600?
688 KB per second.
Yeah, that's not very good. Generally speaking, you want it somewhere in the vicinity of 2,000 and on up for a nice smooth streaming. Alright, I have some time before we get to the Coca waypoint here, so I'm going to go get myself a Mountain Dew, because I'm thirsty.
And Biscoff?
A what?
Biscoffs?
No, I don't have any. I need to go get some of those, but I have to go to the store for those, so I'm not going to do that while I'm streaming. So I'm going to try this. Hey, there we go.
Well, A0, speed 3583. $8,000 and 190 speed per 3583. Right, 230, speed by 2583.
Alright. Got my refreshment. David, how long do we land? We're supposed to be landing at about 19:55 Zulu, which is just about an hour from now. Still no sign of the sun or dawn yet. About 95 miles from the Coca fix. Is that, am I reading that right? Yeah. Or Caca. I'm not sure. We should be at that waypoint roughly 1905 Zulu, according to my Navicomputer. That's still on target.
060 paper 35 picture.
So I started going through too and monitoring my my time and fuel for during the flight, which is what the real guys would be doing. And so, according to the flight plan, we should be crossing the Coca fix at 1905 Zulu and with 42.6 thousand pounds of fuel. Now the FMC is estimating we're going to cross that same point at with 43.1. And this is going to be quite a bit more accurate to what is actually happening. So basically what that's telling me is my flight plan calculations are basically over expecting how much fuel we're burning in flight. It's getting the times about right, but we're actually using less fuel than the flight plan thinks we're going to. So, which is good. So right now, between the last two waypoints, Swift and Walta, we had a difference of plus 300 pounds of fuel. So we used 300 pounds less than the flight plan thought we were going to need. If these numbers hold up, 42.6 as opposed to 43.2 at this point, that's a difference of, what is that, 6? No. Yeah, 600 pounds. So we can start to kind of build a pattern of how much extra fuel we use over the course versus how much distance we have in this particular aircraft, and I can adjust the fuel numbers then as such for the flight planning and make a more accurate fuel prediction. You're going to take off out of Brisbane and head for, what is MML? Is that Melbourne?
Yeah, it's Melbourne.
Copy that. Hey Mayo, what's your Mach number now? Because you sped up quite a bit apparently.
03 and flight level is 7. It's 3 major.
No, Mayo's gone quiet. It's like a submarine. He's gone quiet.
Down to 2 to Addon. Once you're on fucking unit speed, pushing 5. 2.
Let's take a look at our tracking here. Let's see our radar, which we're not over in California, so uh-oh.
That's 360, paper 35 HP.
It's hanging up on me for a second. Holy moly.
Nope.
What kind of stuff? That's probably a lot of Project Fly stuff. Huh? Oh yeah, Project Fly. Pilot Edge. Yeah, it's mostly Pilot Edge. Holy crap. There we go. There's a bunch of people coming in from, or going to LAX from Brisbane, apparently. And here we are.
Excuse me,
So that's Brisbane, there we are. We're making our way.
353 burn speed now.
Cool.
Good I was able to establish paper 25 HP.
Crypto, what are you flying?
7-3.
Oh.
Chance and Super 25 HP established on those 2-8. Oh, this was 6 goodbyes. Super 25 HP. Double Tower Super 25, 3 stars, ILS range 28, 5 miles. Go ahead to Super 25H.
Alright, we're coming up on the Coca Fix. Gonna make a note when we cross it of our time and our current fuel. It's looking like it's gonna be about 43.2 as our FMC predicted. And at 1905. We hit 1905 right about now. There it is. And there's transition. So 1905 and 43.2 on the fuel. Alright, so time on the money. And we are plus 0.6 on the fuel. So far in our flight planning, now what I don't know is I didn't look at the fuel. What I should have done was make a note of the fuel at the time of takeoff, but I didn't do that. So since the Swift fix, we've used almost 1,000 pounds less fuel than was flight planned for. So. We're talking about short runways. I've got a long runway in Brisbane. What are you talking about? There's only one, but you know the other one's 5,000 feet, but the main one is like 10 or 12. I'm gonna look at it right now because I already did. YBBN. I just don't remember off the top of my head. Now, maybe in default scenery, it hasn't been expanded. I don't know what default is, but I have payware scenery, so. Come on, open. Yeah, main runway is 11,680 feet long. What are you talking about? That's plenty of room for a 7.4. Plenty. My guess is that runway was expanded at some point, because I'm thinking that FSX probably uses a much smaller, or P3D rather, but same difference.
Basic battle rates, short 26, 2.25.
Back, let's find out. Thank you for the 2 bits, Kramer. Appreciate that. No, I'm not heading to Melbourne after this. I'm heading to Brisbane, and that's it. Where did you see Melbourne? You said you were going to Melbourne. I didn't say anything about Melbourne. Oh, next weekend. Actually, well, I'm not sure. We might do, I'm not sure if we'll do Melbourne or if we'll head over to New Zealand at that point. Because at some point I need to cross over to New Zealand and then come back and do Sydney or whatever. So I might go down to, in fact, let me look at the map. Let's look at the map. Because Melbourne This is Sydney, right? Yeah, Sydney. Where's Melbourne? Is that down here? I think this is Melbourne. Yeah. So yeah, actually that wouldn't be a bad plan. So maybe we will do that. We'll go to Melbourne next. And then from Melbourne, we can head over to New Zealand. And then New Zealand, we'll go back to Sydney. And then from Sydney, we'll start making our way back to the other places. So we might do... so we go to Tasmania, too, potentially. But something's in here. Isn't it Adelaide or something? I don't like it doesn't show me anything until I get really super close to it. I can't tell. What does this do? Display. That's not right. Yeah, so I don't know. There's Perth is over here, which we never did, which we could do, but we have to get over there somehow. There's not a whole lot in the interior of Australia. Adelaide is northwest of Melbourne. Oh. Yeah, so isn't this... I think this is Adelaide up here, then. Maybe. Maybe not. Port Augusta. Oh, okay. I need a different map. This isn't working. I need to calculate my stuff for the next VOR here. Hang on a second. Not VOR, but next waypoint. Let's see here.
Actually, that Acme regional jet is a P3D thing because I'm getting it without the VATSIM.
Oh, I'm seeing first light. It's getting lighter out here. We are going to experience dawn. Awesome. Are you landing? We're landing on 19, David. Yeah, I don't know what to do with you either there, Kramer. That's a really weird thing that suddenly you're... I mean, you could try reinstalling the sim. That might be the best thing to try next, aside from just turning, you know, your settings all down one at a time and see if one of those suddenly does something. But yeah, I don't know why all of a sudden it wouldn't be working. That doesn't make any sense.
According to FlightSim, I landed with a strong tail.
According to what?
My FlightSim.
What about it?
I landed with a strong tailwind.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sitting here facing the opposite way I landed, and I moved my flight controls around. The jet just is left and right into the wind.
Gotcha.
And apparently there's a bad storm over here right now, so that's the... That's gonna be just funny getting new with our engine.
I see. Okay, so we should... Okay, that's fine.
What is the default weather for prepared if you miss it?
What do you mean, the default weather?
Like this is they have like who they import from.
Oh, I have no idea. Getting light. Getting light in Australia. What is happening to the... Oh, you're asking Kramer. Yeah, that's a weird one. I don't know. I mean, like I said, short of uninstalling and reinstalling, maybe.
Straight ahead, cross 34, stand over 7 off Bravo. Let's see if Burton if I made it through.
Did you just try to do a British accent?
Yeah. Maybe.
Uh-huh.
I do Irish, but I don't.
Yeah, that's a good point, Rothmuller. You should make sure there isn't something running in the background on your computer that's just bogging things down.
Like Fly Live.
Yeah, or even the virus program, if it's doing a scan in the background, that will just eat your CPU alive. I usually turn off virus programs. I mean, I don't run antivirus on my computer anyway, but if I did, I would be killing them for doing flight sim just so it didn't try to do things. So, well, and it's not just Kramer. It's not just programs you're running. Sometimes Windows, I've had it do things where it starts using all the disk space to do some weird background process. And you can see that in Task Manager, it just eating up your processor doing some random task that you can't figure out what it's doing. But it's not a program, it's Windows doing something like that, so you might check that. But it might be worth just shutting the, I mean, after you do the virus scan stuff, actually terminating the virus program completely, making sure it's not running in the background, and see if that has any effect. Because even when they're running, even if they're not actively scanning, they can be doing stuff that can bog you down, so who knows. That's funny. Although not very good meats, in my opinion. Never been a fan of Arby's.
Westman 659 is rolling. Lockheed L100.
Awesome, man.
At Atlanta.
Gotcha. Atlanta to where?
Yeah, I'm flying from Atlanta to Cherry Point.
Oh, okay.
And for some unknown reason, you guys went to the background.
Oh. It's weird.
I checked the real live note, and Cherry Point expects to have their ILS and TACAN up Monday.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm thinking maybe they need the generators that I got on board.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Kramer, that sounds like a hoot, obviously. the sun's going to be coming up right there.
I still got plenty of time. I've got to make it before sunset.
Gotcha.
Because it's day VFR only.
What are your specs on the PC you have right now, Kramer?
Well, I gave up my final stream send-off.
Nice.
I changed my says see y'all next time to say see y'all again, hopefully. But at least I get better at video editing. Some pretty cool videos put up.
Yeah. Indubitably.
I wonder if
But
I should try to install the Access Sky weather gauge on this airplane.
It's a productivity computer with an i5-200 and the graphics card is an Intel HD graphics. Oh, well, that's not a graphics card. That's Intel HD. That's onboard graphics. No wonder.
Rip. Alright, I gotta get on Moose. I'll see you tonight if the 748 releases. If not, I'll catch you next time around.
Well, if it releases on time and if I have enough time to get it and install it and do something with it, then we'll do that. If not, then I might do it tomorrow if I've got some time after church. So we'll see. Depends on when it comes and what I have time to get it done. Because I think I want to update the sim too. So we'll see. But yeah, I'll let you guys know via Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. So.
Yeah, I was just say, or you can just message me when you want to. I advise just update this sim first.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna update first. So
as soon as you're done streaming, send an update.
Yeah, exactly.
That way you have a few hours afterwards to either roll back or fiddle with it.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, man. We'll see you later.
Yeah, catch you later.
Yeah, Kramer, I think that the graphics thing is what's killing you, because that means it's shared graphics, and the CPU is doing a lot of that work. So. Oh, looks like we're coming up on top of descent. So let's take a look at our arrival and set up for that. So we're taking the Smokum, or Smoka, whatever it is, 7 Alpha. And from Smoka, we have to be at Oatgat between flight level 120 and 9,000. Daybo between 7,000 and 5,000, and at 250 knots. And we're going to be going to sync at 19, so we're going to head to BKID at or above 4,000 and 230 knots. Drain, and then plug, and then sync. Nice, let's see what they do there. And plug is at or above 3,000, and sync we have a max of 185 knots. So let's just double check the legs here and make sure that is correct. 120, 9,000, 7,005. Daybo should be 250. I was saying 240, so that's fine. Okay. Let's see here. BKID at 230. And 4,000 and or above, that's correct. And then we have drain. No restrictions. Plug 3,000 and above. Sync 185 and 2,500 and or above, but there's really no restriction there. That's just for the approach, I think. So, all right, so we're good there. The MSA is 2,500 feet, and the transition altitude is looks like 11,000 feet. All right, so we're going to set for our low point on the approach there, 2,500. Nice, great, nice, David. Go with the i7, Kramer. With Flight Sim, you always want to aim higher, so the i7 would be a better choice than the... Because there's not a whole lot of difference between the 7,000 series and the 8,000 series, the 77s versus the 87s. So I would go with the i7 version of it rather than the i5 version of the 87. My opinion.
I second that.
Yeah, I don't know the difference really between the 1050 Ti versus the 1060. So you'd have to do some research on that one, but but those Ti cards are generally pretty stinking good. I had a 550 Ti forever until I finally upgraded to the 970. So that was before all the 1080 Ti's came out.
Yeah, I got a 97, 970 GTX in mine.
Gotcha. The sun's getting ready to pop out over here. Yeah, obviously if you can afford the i7 8700, but if it's between those two, I would go with the i7 7700 versus the i5 8700. All right, there's Eagle. We're at 35.8 and 19:28 on the time. 35.8. 1928 and 35. That's again plus 0.3. And we have begun our descent into Brisbane. Smoka's our next waypoint, and that'll be the last one we're going to calculate for. At the beginning of the thing, it's supposed to be 15 minutes from now. So that should be 1940. What is that? 1943. And fuel. Yeah, the more RAM you can get, the better. That's definitely the case. You want as much video RAM as you can. John, come over and take out the stairs, please. Getting a little bit of a little light chop. Why would your dad let you build the computer? Save a lot of money doing that. Well, yeah, you get a warranty on parts, you don't get a warranty on the computer itself at that point, but warranties are usually a scam anyway, for the most part. People try to sell you warranties on everything nowadays. You obviously should try to get warranties on really, really expensive stuff, but generally speaking, you're only talking a 1-year warranty anyway on most things. And that's just factory defect. You're going to know if the thing's factory defect immediately, and you can easily send it back anyway. So, very rarely does an electronic part go bad within 6 months if it doesn't go bad immediately. So, yeah, warranties are great on houses and cars and large appliances, especially if they cover multiple years. But people try to sell you a warranty on something you buy for $50. That is an absolute scam. You don't need insurance for that. You do not need insurance for that, because that's all warranty is. It's insurance. Yeah, see, that's the thing that happens. You get a warranty and your phone breaks after the warranty anyway, so warranty did you a lot of good. Most manufacturers know, and there's exception to this, but most manufacturers know they'll sell you a warranty on something, and the product is designed to at least last the warranty, and then that's it. That's why they warranty it for that amount of time. It's very rare that they'll have to replace within the warranty, and then it's on you. So, That's right. It's getting close. Of course, now we're chasing it back down because we're... Oh, there it is. Sun is up. It's very sad looking because that's what the dynamic lighting does in this version of P3D. I don't know if they fixed that at all for... in fact, Sean might be able to speak to that. Did they fix the sun in the newer version of P3D with regard to dynamic lighting so it doesn't look like a pinprick? The sun looks better in P3D even with my rec stuff, but the dynamic lighting kills it. That's what, this is a result of the dynamic lighting setting. It takes away the sun effect that I have from recs. So if I could get the dynamic lighting to work with that, that would be awesome. Or the HD, maybe it's the HDR lighting, whatever, it's one of the things. Well, I guess that is, I don't know. Whatever it is. One of those settings does that. Alright, well, let's run the descent here. Let's set up for the approach. We're doing the Yankee, I believe, is what it was. For the, nope, that's runway 1. That's not runway 1. Yankee on runway 9. There you go.
I fell asleep. Came back, and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot I'm flying a plane.
Nice.
And now we're over Brisbane.
Nice. 209 on the radio altimeter for the minimums. Like I said, we got actually MSA from the BN VOR, which is right at Brisbane, is 3,800 on the side, 38 on the approach, and then 2,100 on the final approach for us. Missed approach is track heading 196, climb to 3,000, or is directed by ATC. So it's basically straight out up to 3,000 for the missed. You can just set VNav. Yeah, exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, you don't want to disobey, you know. That's interesting. So it says, caution, scalloping and possible false course capture observed beyond 9 DME from Brisbane. Between radial 330 and 350 of the Brisbane VOR, below 4,000 feet. Aircraft may be radar vectored to final approach fix. ATC approach speeds at sync 185 to 160 knots at 5 miles from threshold 160 to 150. Okay. Localizer is 110.1. Final approach course is 196. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, actually, I'm going to do this for now. Just want that to be there. There's apparently parachute activity off the coast just north of the airport, so we want to be aware of that. At 7.8 DME is the final approach fix IBS at 2,500 feet, and then on down. Copy that. Ooh, it's getting pretty in here. Pretty fluffy clouds. Very good. Yeah, sometimes you can get a good deal on Black Friday. The problem with Black Friday is a lot of the deals you get are on junk. Like the TVs that get really cheap on Black Friday are junk TVs.
Yeah, that's true. They don't sell the 4K smart Samsung 65-inch smart TVs.
Exactly. You get the 4K Westinghouse TV, which will last, 6 months.
Yeah.
So you got a good deal, but it's not going to last very long. So, yeah, I don't... it's better... Black Friday for me is better when you're... For computer stuff regarding anyway is when you're building. You can get some really good deal on parts.
Yeah, for sure.
Then you know you're getting the good parts. Because you'll get a cheap computer with cheap components. And then it's
That's why
a crap computer.
Yeah, well, that's why on Black Friday I'm gonna go buy another monitor then. It's gonna be a lot cheaper to buy monitors, especially on Amazon. I found a lot more online shopping is better on Black Friday.
Yeah. Cyber Monday, same kind of thing, David Rothmuller. Again, it depends on what you're getting. You have to know what the quality stuff is, not just based on the price deal, because they'll give you deals on crap. You can sometimes get deals on good stuff too, but it's a lot easier to find good deals on crap. Alright, we're coming up on Smoka here. We're going to make a note at our time, and looks like it's going to be 1942. Yep, and fuel 33.8. So we actually used a little bit more fuel there than we were supposed to on our descent, so that's a minus 0.1. Expected landing in, let's see, progress, 1954 Zulu, which is in 11 minutes. And we're going to put on the landing lights and the turn off lights at this point. I'm going to set auto brakes to 2. Seatbelt sign coming on. And what is our current altimeter? Oops, no, don't do that.
Yankee Bravo, November, airport information, November 190, Zulu, weather, wind 189 at 8, visibility 10, sky condition, few clouds at 3000, temperature 13, viewpoint 11, QNH 10,
we're at 4,000 and 160.
November, Yankee
So
Bravo,
we're setting up for final.
Okay, hold your tongue there for a second. I'm trying to hear the ATIS. You
0,
start talking at the right, exactly the wrong time.
189 at 8, visibility 10, sky condition, few clouds at 3000, temperature 13, viewpoint 11, QNH 1024, advise on initial contact information, November, Yankee Bravo, November, airport information, November.
If you see me sitting down, then I'm just waiting.
Got it.
You can land.
Yeah, 1024. Thanks there, David. Track required. 1024. Alright, and let's go over here and get our... Oops. It's expecting to have 32. Let's go 54. VREF 148 with flaps 30. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, that. What are we tracking right now, big kid? So we need to be at or above 4,230 knots. Which I'm going to take over. Let's go set down 185. Hey Mayo, just FYI, I'm about 4 miles behind you, so I'm slowing down, but what you do quickly.
Yep, we're about to pass through Plug and join the localizer.
Got it. Yeah, just make sure you vacate the runway quick, because I'll be riding your heels.
Yep. Oh my god, the sunrise is so pretty.
And the 747 is officially out.
Oh,
FYI.
nice.
What, can we do a flight after this?
Well, no, I have to. It'll take a while to download it. It'll, all this stuff. So, we might be doing one later this evening once I get my sim updated and stuff. We'll see.
What time
Is
is
that
it
the
expected?
747-800 update?
It's out. Yeah, it just released.
So tempted to buy it, but I don't know if I want to spend $170. Just about to buy the base and the expansion.
Oh yeah, I already got the base, so I just need to, as I'm flying the base right now. Just need to expansion.
Can I take off between you two?
No, you're gonna have to take off ahead of Mayo because we're too close.
Okay, then I probably should get on the runway right now.
Yeah, I would go now. He's not quite turned final yet, so. Mayo, what's your speed right now?
160. We're final approach speed.
Oh, okay.
We're turning now.
I was gonna say, if you can get me a little bit faster for a little while longer, because we're still closing the gap. I'm having to stick at 185, so I'm just catching up.
Alrighty. Yeah, we'll increase a little bit for you.
Okay.
We just went direct Foxtrot 119 Zulu so that we could give you more room.
Okay.
Alright, I'm on the runway.
Alright, mate. Alright, Rothmuller.
Oh, it's gonna be close. I might need to speed up even more. Just because we're really close.
Well, you're cutting. You made a shortcut. I'm gonna take the long way in, so that'll help separate us out a bit.
Okay.
Flaps 10.
And we're about to join the localizer, gear down.
Alright, I'm up in the air.
Alright.
And what we'll do is, once we hit that localizer, we'll drop to our speed.
Copy.
Give you more room.
Yeah, I'm dropping my speed now to VREF.
Roger. And I'm going manual now.
Alright, I'm passing 3,000.
Flaps 20.
Final approach speed 140.
We got 5 miles between us now, so yeah, that should be. I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
But again, get off the runway quick.
Yep.
Or I will be forced to go around.
And we're not going to make you do that, so.
Oh, I appreciate it.
No problem.
Glide slope's about to come in, then we'll go manual as well. Runway heading is, what did I say, 196? Yeah. And gear down. And flaps 30. Yeah, my gear's coming down. Shut up.
Alrighty, flaps full, we're on final.
There's glide slope. My aircraft. And set 3,000 for the mist.
2,500.
And taxi light on.
Better see you better.
I know, I saw it, Chris. It just hit the market, so I'm going to pay. Hey, someone tell me what's the price it's out for. I didn't have a chance to look at that. They're a bit high. Wind is pretty much right down the runway, 197 at 8, 199 at 8. So, Mayo, looks like you're down.
Yep, we're vacating off to the right now.
Fantastic.
Clear of 19.
Fantastic.
Let's get that APU started up.
Yeah, it was a good flight, Chris. Thanks.
So what are you gonna do for a flight in the 747-8?
Oh, I have no idea. It may just be, it'll probably just be more like a first look kind of thing, and so it'll be a little short hop with it somewhere maybe, but again, all that depends on...
You do a short hop to Sydney.
No, it won't be here. It'd be in familiar territory in the States.
Hell yeah. Let's see if Moose can get this done. It looks pretty good on my side.
Hey, the 747-8 is $69.99.
Thank you.
Holy shoot.
That's about right. That's what we thought.
$69.99? That's absurd.
Yeah, that's my reaction.
It's PMDG, I'm not surprised.
Well, I would have thought it'd been 30 or 40 at the most. 60.
The 7-3 was like, I don't know, like $50?
No, 25. Ooh, butter.
You said butter, so I'm gonna guess negative 125.
Well, I don't think he knows. He's just looking, so we'll see. I think I almost felt like it was a little hard, so we'll see. I think it's going to be higher than that.
Negative 225.
Are you looking at
Negative.
Are you guessing, or are you looking at my profile?
275.
Huh?
275.
No. Guessing, or do you actually know?
Oh, I'm just guessing.
Okay.
You haven't touched down yet.
Well, I have, actually, so... Just not on the stream, maybe, yeah.
You're like 300 feet.
Got it. Landing lights off. Flaps coming up. Spoilers up. Alright, we're gonna head down here to this logistics area.
So weird following an aircraft smaller than me, but it's actually bigger than me.
I'm gonna show you up as a CRJ, I take it?
Yeah.
That's no problem there, Chris. Life comes first.
Damn, you're taxiing fast.
21 knots. I mean, engines are at idle. I'm just coasting. Let's see here. Turn these off.
That's why he showed up as an ACB jet, because it's CRJ. That's what P3 you think too.
Yep. Are you wanting me to turn the cross feeds back on now? Is that the thing? Yep. Okay. Now that we're on the ground, I guess so.
Wow, there's two massive terminals.
Let's see here. Taxi. Look at the parking bays and logistics apron. Let's see, do I even have any options? Oh, a parking spot is suitable.
Hey.
Sup, Encrypted?
Yes.
I'm sorry I missed the flight.
Oh, no problem, man.
Family stuff to do, you know.
Yeah, I understand.
By the way, Kramer, how's that 737 going?
So $50, man. That's
The
all it's
painting?
gonna cost you.
Yep.
$70.
Right now it's kind of hard to
Yeah,
paint
$70.
because
Not bad. I mean,
I can't
yeah.
really get into the sim and see what it looks like.
That's what I expected. I was expecting somewhere.
So
Oh.
there's kind of an unexpected delay.
Are you game for it or no?
Well, not right now because I have to grab it still and try to update the sim. But I may be game for it later today, or if not, possibly Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
So we'll see. I'm gonna once I quit here though, I'm gonna go grab it for sure.
I'm gonna beat you to it.
Meh, 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 meh. All right, where is this following me, taking me?
Might be taking you to the other side of the runway.
No, I think he's going. I think he's going the right way now for where I'm thinking. We'll see. We'll find out in a minute. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start the APU so that way, once we get there, I don't have to wait for the ground cart. 29.8. I'll log for the fuel on the ground. We actually use less than that, but. While we're taxiing here, let's take a look at the flight. I'm gonna go back to that.
Moose, do you think the cockpit, the 747-8, is gonna look any different?
It does look a little bit different, yeah. I've seen pictures already. Landing rate was minus 211. So yeah, it was a bit.
Well, that's not bad.
It's not bad.
David, you were pretty close.
Yeah, you said 225, right?
Yep.
No, not bad.
I got minus 110.
Nice. Mine last night, I think, was almost 150 on the nose. I'll have to go back and look at it. I looked at it after I quit because we'd forgotten to do that. Yeah, he is taking me to the right area. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay, now you're going to yell at me at fuel tank to engine? Really?
Well, my best is a 33 feet per minute.
How are we accelerating? My engines aren't idle. We're going downhill? We must be, because... Oh, no, they're not at idle. Never mind. That's why. I gotta say, it's refreshing not to see a whole bunch of trees in the way while I'm taxiing. That still was really funny.
Yeah. That was... Because when I got there, I didn't have no trees in Orlando.
Yeah, so that's interesting that... It must have just been a fluke on how it loaded the scenery. I'll bet if I went back there and loaded it now, it'd probably be fine.
More likely, yeah. Then again, do you have vectors?
I do have vectors, so maybe that was the problem.
Then yeah, that would, yeah, vectors.
It's possible. Oh, I see my parking area.
The website is going really slow.
For download?
For buying.
Oh, yeah, I can't imagine why. Everyone's going there all at the same time.
They knew their servers were going to get hit.
Yeah, right.
I love how Pro ATCX tells you to contact radar instead of contact center.
Nice. Yeah, Roger. I think Juan got a promotion, so he's now driving the car instead of the tug. Because we got John doing the tug now, because he's definitely a white guy. Can't. Definitely doesn't have the voice of a Juan anymore.
Do you have GSX level 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna buy it.
It's pretty nice. I like it.
The jetway's good?
Yeah, I love the new jetway thing, the SOD things. Oh, that's great.
It's at every airport, right?
Yep, every default airport.
Oh.
I mean, if you have payware, you should have better gates anyway, but at least generally speaking. But yeah,
you know, I forgot to use that, but I'm flying a cargo plane anyway.
Right. Well, and that's what I'm doing right now, so. I love this, though. It's a little, like a tectonic plate shift right here. Yeah, I see it, dude. Wait a minute. Are you wanting me to come from the other way? He is. He's got his back to me. What in the name of... Oh, epic fail. I'm going to run you over when I come back down. I'm behind you. He's going to get sucked into my engine. This is ending badly.
Yeah, that would be nice if they could tell you, hey, I'm behind you. You need to turn around.
This is going to end... What is going on with my... Just having trouble loading all the... There we go. Oh my gosh! Blow him away! Oh... Epic fail. Alright, we're going to go up here and turn around. That's funny.
It's your parking spot in the taxiway.
Well, yeah, apparently. Not sure what's up with that, but I'm gonna have to taxi on the grass here in a second to turn around. Alright, let's pull it over here and we'll flip a U onto the grass.
I think I'm getting a 747 by PMDG, but I don't know when or which one.
Well, you got to get the 400 first anyway, so because you need the 400 to use the 800.
Yeah, so if you really want to get 800, you need to spend maybe $200 for it all.
Well, it depends on if you're doing P3D or FSX. Because they're more expensive for P3D, so it's 134 for the base, and then 70 for the expansion.
Wow, I can't even load the PMDG website.
Dude, where are you taking me? You keep telling me to turn this way. What the frick? Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. What? That was stop all of a sudden out of nowhere? You jerk.
Wow, it's only $50 for FSX.
Oh, there you go. Save some money. Alright, brakes and brakes. We're going to switch over to APU Gen. And kill the engines.
How is it more for P3D? It's literally just the same engine as FSX.
It's not. It's licensing. That's the difference.
Don't forget, you get Rainmaker.
That's right.
The hell is Rainmaker?
We can see rain.
Exactly.
You can make rain?
And you see rain.
Oh. The 737 doesn't have Rainmaker, right?
No. Menu, FS actions, ground connections, wheel chocks, request, and asked for deboarding. There we go. I'm going to turn off one of the gens so we can open that side cargo door. Engine's spooling down nicely. Welcome to Brisbane, Australia.
Actually, the 777 is more expensive than the, actually less expensive than the 47.
It's just Mustafa and I, we've been saving our pennies and waiting for this one.
That's right. Yeah, Leif, 747 just hit the market, and when I'm done streaming here, I am picking it up. You better believe it.
So go down to Chipotle, get you a bowl, come home, and
That's
enjoy
right.
478.
That's right. Oh, what a good flight. We're going to see the sunrise over Australia. Good landing. And we are here now. Let's go ahead and end the flight for...
Did you get any screenshots?
I did. I will, here, I'll show you some real quick on stream even, because I can do that. I have the technology, I think.
Well, I have the coastline in sight.
Oh, nice. So here's a smattering of, let's see here. We'll start with this. So here we go. This is just before, this is dawn. You can see the sun getting ready to rise. Can I do, oh, there we go. Got a few little shots of us in the flight. I got some cockpit shots too, which were quite cool as the sun was coming up. Sun's already up here. You can see it right over there. Yonder. A few shots.
Oh yeah, it looks real nice.
Yeah, here's the sun up. There's the sunrise right there. Off the wings. Glow in the fuselage.
Yeah, I can't even get logged in, man, to buy it. I mean, it's just, it's taking forever.
Oh, great. That bodes well for me. Well, then maybe it is best to go get lunch and then come back.
I mean, I can't even get logged in.
Yeah. This is one of my favorites right here. This over the water coming in. That's beautiful.
But before you do, go to your PMDG Operations Center and go ahead and upload your new update for your 400.
Oh, good plan.
Funny, I'm over the Florence VOR in South Carolina.
There's a Florence VOR? Oh, that's
yes, there is.
That's hilarious. Oh, what would be hilarious is if
I'm doing the Florence relief light.
Yeah, what would be really funny is if the hurricane took the VOR out. That would be funny. That would be ironic.
So, okay.
Maybe it did. That's why they probably named it Hurricane Florence.
No, that's named by the Weather Center well before it hit landfall. So.
All right, Moose, you're gonna have to log into your account. And you must download the full installer
It's in the
for your
damage area.
747-400.
Okay, wait, hang on. Hang on there. Shoot, I can't. Sean, Chris is talking about something right now. Say that one more time, Chris.
You have to log into your PMDG account.
Okay.
And download the full installer for the 400.
Oh, okay.
So basically, uninstall it.
Reinstall it.
Reinstall it with a brand new installer.
Got it. Okay. Well,
and then pick up the 800.
Got it. Okay. Good to know. Speaking of which, Sean, on the update for P3D, You said you uninstalled the client and then installed the new client, uninstalled the scenery, installed the new scenery, and then uninstalled. There's a third component. I can't remember what the third one is. There's scenery, content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
content is the one that'll give you the new airplane.
Oh, okay. So when you did that, you did those individually? So you reinstalled the client first, and then you did the scenery thing, and so you uninstalled, reinstalled client, uninstalled, reinstalled scenery, and then uninstalled, reinstalled content. Is that correct?
I think I did content second, and then scenery third.
Okay, but you did them all. You did them as individual components, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's probably the plan I will take then too, since apparently it worked for you. I figure it'll work for me. So cool. All right, guys, that's it for me. We may do something this evening with the 747 800 rather, if we can get it installed and updated and everything like that, depending on the servers of PMDG, obviously. If not, we might do something tomorrow afternoon instead. So it just kind of depends. We'll see what happens. But we'll try to do something because I want to do at the very least, a kind of a first look kind of thing with this new airplane. So that's going to be the plan. Thanks for coming along for the flight today. I will see you guys either later tonight or probably tomorrow, one of the two, and we'll go from there. So have a wonderful rest of your weekend if I don't see you again until next week, and we'll see you then. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
See ya.